Welcome to today's episode of Wasted Opinions. We're going to be taking you through a four-movie feast and marathon, customized, put together specifically for you by each one of us.
Heavens to Betsy! My name is CountryBoy.
I'm LewisLightning.
Oh, whoa! I'm MussKeg.
Whoa, what are you thinking?
I'm a level 38 death count.
Hey, look at this! It's the porno guy!
Go into it, don't get wrong.
Ooh!
Let's just agree with all each other's picks and we love each other.
All right, everybody, today we're talking about four-movie marathon. Each one of us has put together a list of movies that we think the others may not have seen, maybe haven't seen in a while. And honestly, it's just four random movies that we like each, and that we'd want to watch with the other one, maybe, especially if they haven't seen it. Something to share. And then, as it is with friends, we watch movies, but we feast at the same time. We enjoy food. So I've asked each of them to put together as well some foods that they would like to have paired with their movie cinematic experience. So with me today, I have two film connoisseurs. To up here is
you guys don't know. Me or Lewis? I don't know what way that is. It's on you, Lewis. It's on your screen.
I'm gonna go on Lewis's screen.
He's pointing at a hatted person. The hatted person.
Me. Hey, guys. Hey, I'm CountryBoy. I didn't know he was pointing at me.
Whoa. And over here we have
Suspect is hatless. I repeat, hatless. I'm LewisLightning.
And I'm the handsome one, MussKeg. So as I said, four movies. Give me the food you're gonna go with. We're gonna go with Hatless Magoo over here first.
First or after this?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we always start a movie marathon off with a shot.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. So yeah, I think we kind of did our own thing. I'm not sure. I was under the impression we were all kind of movies that the other people hadn't seen before, and then we were going to try and make drinks that kind of fit into that, snacks and drinks that fit it with that movie's theme. At least that's what I did. So I know you guys are you both like to watch a lot of movies, so this was a little bit hard. I know MussKeg, there was a few movies I could pick out that I know he said he hadn't seen. CountryBoy was a little bit harder, but I'm going to start off with a which one do I have here? I got something for CountryBoy. This is a classic movie. I think it's I don't have it written down, but I believe it was 1988 movie. Mm-hmm. And I'm almost sure you haven't seen it. It's like a French-Canadian film called Hold Up. Kim Cattrall's actually in it, but it's like a heist film. This guy goes and robs a bank. He's dressed up as a clown at first, and he walks into the bank and he ends up robbing it. But there's actually
That's the Dark Knight.
it has a lot of.
I knew I'd seen that before.
Dark Knight ripped this one off. They saw it and they thought, that's great. Let's use that. But
nobody had ever seen this movie, so that's why they knew they could rip it off because nobody would realize.
Yeah, but so it's a heist film. It's really great. It's got some good tension in there. I watched the trailer for it. Like if you look it up on YouTube, you can find a trailer. And it looks a lot more comedic than I remember it. So that's kind of worrying. But I remembered enjoying it for the heist part anyways. But yeah, so it's a French-Canadian movie.
Je pars avec toi ou je ne pars pas.
On vient de piquer $2,300,000.
So I thought, okay, what could I do for snacks for that? French-Canadian, poutine. We will have poutine. If I could do it any way I would like, I would make it like a poutine bar where you got your cheese curds, your gravy, and the fries. And then you could choose if you want additional toppings. Like I've had barbecue chicken, or buffalo chicken, or yeah,
maybe some bits on there, or some green onion even.
Pickle slices.
If that's what you wanted, you could have whatever you wanted on it. But something simple. And then for a drink, I went with something also a little bit French. This is non-alcoholic, but a Diabolo Menthe, which was mint and I believe lemon. I can't remember. I don't have this all written out anymore. But a Diabolo Menthe, a nice non-alcoholic drink. It's like a mocktail in a way.
That'd be like a mojito probably if it's like a citrusy plus minty.
Yeah,
probably.
I believe so. Yeah, I haven't tried it myself, so it's a new experience for me as well. But yeah, I thought that would be a great combination to kind of fit the theme of the film.
Where can I watch this movie? Do you have this movie?
I do not have it. I've been looking for it.
Okay.
I will see if I can find it. After this, I'll look it up and we can talk about it later.
I'm kind of joking, but Tubi's a great place to go to try and find those old obscure ones.
It's free, right? Or no?
Yeah, it's free. Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
I'll check it out. Yeah,
gets
true. No, it'll happen.
At this point, I'm gonna jump over to MussKeg, and we're gonna go with a movie for him to watch that I don't think he's ever seen before, because he's from the creators of South Park, and I don't think you've watched at least as much South Park as John and I. I know you played the game, but I don't think you've watched the show itself.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen bits, but I'm not easily. I'd get a D+ compared to your guys' South Park experience.
Yeah. But you know, Matt and Trey, they've made a bunch of stuff. The Book of Mormon, Basketball, Orgasmo, and stuff. This one is, I think, one of their more unique presented movies. It's a puppet film called Team America World Police.
I've seen Team America World Police.
Oh, really?
The Thunderbirds thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. It's not puppets as you think, like, you know, the Muppets.
Marionettes.
It's marionettes, which was apparently incredibly difficult to do. But it's I guess like it's an action film. I guess an action comedy.
You guys is marionette, I guess technically.
Well,
stick your hand up our asses right now.
I'm above you. Oh yes, you do that.
He's controlling you. That's already yeah.
Hey, master puppets, there. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Whoa.
But yeah, so the film is like a parody of like the American military and stuff, and they're going around the world policing everyone against all these terrorists. And ultimately, it ties in quite a lot with North Korea and Kim Jong-il. So when it came to the drinks and snacks, I thought, you know, American stuff is too easy for food stuff. I'm gonna go with the North Korean cuisine for all this. So a popular Korean thing, I think it's more in the South, but banana milk is gonna be your drink.
I like banana milk.
Simple, non-alcoholic. We're gonna start with non-alcoholic stuff here for both of you. But yeah,
pour in some rum.
Very easy. And then something also very simple: fried dumplings. I love those.
I thought you'd go with the Korean barbecue, so I thought you would have done.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that myself. If I could actually cook up Korean barbecue.
It's just a rub. You just don't want a rub of Korean barbecue. You're good.
But I went with fried dumplings over the traditional ones, so you don't want to be sitting there with a bowl of dumplings trying to watch a movie. Like, you don't want that juices and stuff in there. So fried dumplings, nice and easy and clean.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A pot sticker, Lou.
What's that?
What's the difference between a dumpling and a pot sticker?
I have no idea. They're probably the same. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna need you to figure it out before I eat one. I
think it's the insides. I don't think dumplings are the same meat inside of. I don't know.
I prefer my dumplings steamed, but that's just me.
Hey, technically,
I'll watch that movie and experience it for the first time. It'll be good.
Technically, pierogies are dumplings, and I mean those are great fried as well. So if they're anything like fried pierogies, fantastic.
Yeah.
You like pierogies?
You boil them probably the first time you have them, and then when you cook them again, you fry them.
Fry them.
And they're great fried. Yeah, it's awesome fried.
So I'm gonna go. I guess we'll jump. We'll go back to Country Boy here. So another movie I don't think he's seen. It's an Amazon Prime film, so you can check it out right after this if you want to, because I know you have Prime. It's A Million Miles Away with Michael Pena. So
yeah, I vaguely remember a trailer for that. Vaguely.
Yeah, it's a film about like a Mexican immigrant. Like his family is kind of going in between Mexico and back, working during the harvest season and stuff. And he's like, you know, harvesting corn and stuff like that. But he's a really smart kid. He's excelling in math and those kind of like physics and other sciences like that. And eventually he becomes a NASA astronaut. It's a true story, by the way. True story, 100% true.
I was just gonna ask, is this based on a true story? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I
That's
believe
awesome.
it at the end, like right before the credits, they show the actual guy in space doing all this stuff. But very
Turns out it was a monkey.
wow. So you're saying Mexicans are monkeys?
No, Michael Pena just plays the monkey. No, just kidding.
But no,
Go
very
ahead.
inspirational film, and I think you would enjoy it quite a lot. But based on the film, like the theme of the film, like again, I could just do American stuff, which would be too easy, I find. So I'm going to play up the Mexican side of it. We're going to have a Mexican corn. That's what I think it's called. I mean, if you can correct
Yeah.
me if it's wrong, but
Elote.
Yeah. With
they're
the spices.
on a stick, and they have like
Mhm.
spices and I think it's mayo. It looks like butter, but
It is mayo,
it's
yeah.
mayo.
Yeah, I think so. Like a chipotle mayo, isn't it? Or no?
I've never tried it.
No, I think it's just regular mayo. But they put
Huh?
a lot of times they put tahini on it, which is like a
Mm.
spicy lemon seasoning, right? So
Yeah,
Mm.
well, it looks fantastic. I always want to try it, but I don't know where in this neighborhood I can get it. Um, as for the drink, I'm going with another Mexican drink. This one is alcoholic, a Paloma. Um, Paloma is wow. What was the word for Paloma? I think it's canary or bird. Dove. Dove. Palomas are doves.
What? I didn't know that. I
Oh.
learned new today.
But Paloma has, I think, grapefruit juice and tequila, amongst other things. I don't have all the ingredients listed here, so a little bit.
It's from Brazil, I think, is where it was originated. Was
Oh.
Brazil? I think I could be wrong. Could be Spain
Okay,
or
I
something.
assumed it was more Mexican because of the tequila in it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, the a little bit of a fruity drink because I kind of harvesting and stuff. I associate that with picking the fruits and stuff they would have been doing as immigrant workers. So if you haven't seen
Yeah.
it, you should check it out. I hope that gets you interested in it.
Absolutely. No, I like I said, I've had a vague recollection of the trailer for it, and I do like Michael Pena. So yeah, you're talking about it being high praise means I would be more interested in it, for sure.
And then my final movie for MussKeg, another one that I know he hasn't seen because he always lets us know how much he dislikes DC films.
Yeah, so we got
Fucking sucks.
a bunch of picks that we're
So this
Yes.
is aside from Batman, we all know he watches Batman. That's the one exception that he has.
Yeah.
Outside of
It's Batman.
Batman, though, I think this is one of the better films, maybe the best films that DC has made. It's Shazam. It's about a boy called Billy Batson who gets the power to become this Superman-like hero who's like all empowered. He's magic based, but he's a powerful superhero, and he has his own action superhero film that follows up on it. Zachary Levi stars in it. Mark Strong's the villain. That's for the notable characters in it. I mean, there's a whole family of kids that are in it, but I don't know those actors' names.
Yeah.
But
It's comedic too, right? Like,
yeah,
pretty
it's
darn
comedic.
funny.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
kind of almost put it with like his portrayal is similar to Star-Lord in a way. It's kind of funny and in that sense. So, but it doesn't
Yeah,
get.
with you saying that, I'd say of the DC movies, I would say this is probably the most like MCU, closest to like an MCU movie that you'll probably find out of the DC movies.
Yeah,
I guess the
Feeling
reason
wise,
I should watch it, and I do have like I do because I've heard nothing but good things about it, which is not the case for most DC movies. The only reason that it's never pulled me to be like, oh, I want to watch that. I just have such a hard time with the kid stuff. It's like a kid becomes a superhero and he's got powers. Like
That's kind of the
that.
funny thing is he's an adult, yet he's acting like a kid when he
I know.
has these powers. And it's
I
like
know.
when I was a kid, I would totally be doing this shit that he's doing with these
Yeah.
superpowers.
I don't
still
know.
want to see it 'cause I've heard nothing but good things about it. But
Yeah, like there's a point where his friend, no, he's with his friend. They're testing out their powers, and they confront a guy, and the guy just pulls a gun and shoots him. He's like, "I'm bulletproof." He just finds that out by getting shot.
Yeah.
So it's great for
trying
that.
to find it out.
But yeah, for snacks and stuff, like this movie all takes place in America, right? So this is going to be an American thing. But there's one scene in the film where once he becomes an adult, they're like, "How can I use this?" And one of the first things of doing is going to a convenience store and buying alcohol because he's an adult now, right? So he goes and buys beer, and they hate it and whatever. So I thought, what's a drink that we could have that kind of recreates the first truly awful beer that you had? So I'm like, well, you know what? Let's go with those Axe or Bear beers. You get like the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
one of those. It's not going to be pretty, but yeah. Well, how many those things? What was the size of those? Like 750 milliliters.
40 ounces. They call them 40s, right? Because they're
40s, yeah, 40s, yeah, having 40s.
That's what you American.
Yeah,
I know, but that's where they kind of came from. So
yeah, we're gonna have one of those.
That's still better beer than the worst beer I can ever remember was TNT beer.
Oh yeah, I've had that too. And then for the snack in the film, like specifically, he's holding all the stuff in his arms when he goes to the convenience store, and he's got Cheetos, which I'm pretty sure they were Cheetos Red Hots, so we're gonna have Cheetos Red Hots to go with it as well.
Yeah,
I like Cheetos Red Hot. The only problem is they're the type of chip that I gotta just eat a bunch of them because if you try and eat them slow or like not too much, the spices takes over.
Have you tried? They got Cheetos ketchup now. Okay, I dummied a bag of that stuff the other day. Oh, it was good. Cheetos ketchup.
Yeah, I haven't tried.
I love ketchup chips, but Cheetos ketchup.
Cheetos or
it hit the spot. No, it's the crunchy. It's the hard crunchy ones.
I was surprised.
I was surprised.
I think I've tried puffy ketchup versions. I think they did like a Canada Day one. I didn't like.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, they had the Canada. Yeah, I prefer these red ones.
I do prefer the crunchy Cheetos. So.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my 4 movies that I picked.
Awesome.
Yeah, interesting. So mine, I went a different direction. Like Lewis picked specifically 2 for me, 2 for Craig. Mine, I tried to think of 4 movies that both of you have not seen, and my drinks and my foods didn't really coincide with the movie that I'm going with. I kind of did maybe for one of them, but not so much. But it's early in the night. You guys are at my place. My kids are still up, so we got to watch something that's okay for them to watch. So I'm starting with a cartoon. We're gonna go with TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Came out a couple of years ago, and it is a blast. It is a fun movie. If you're a fan of Ninja Turtles in any version, then I think you'll be a fan of this because it's got and they're more teens in this movie. Like every other movie you see the Ninja Turtles, they're more like adults, even though they're called teenagers. Here they are played by teenagers and they sound like teenagers and they act like teenagers, which is appreciated. And it's a lot more comedic, but there's also a lot of heart to this movie as well too. It's got some cool characters. It's got your Bebop and Rocksteady as well in there. It's got some other side characters like Ray Fillet and Mondo Gecko and a whole bunch of other characters that you might know from the cartoon or from even the toys back in the day. So it's a really fun movie.
It's got Splinter.
And I think that. Sorry.
You got Splinter.
Splinter, yeah, Splinter's there. Obviously, he's the leader. There's
spoilers. I don't know who's all in it. All right,
there's kind of a hint to Krang. They say there's one lady's name is her last name is Utram, which is what Krang is.
Yeah.
So they never outright showed any Krang, any of his species or anything like that. But I'm sure in the sequel there might be some Krang stuff going on. But yeah, that is a movie. My kids love it. I love it. Even Lindsay loves it, and she's not even that into Ninja Turtles. But it's a fun for the whole family, and it's a good thing to start out your night, I think. Anyways, and then for what we're gonna eat, I'm going simple. My kids are around, so I was having chips and dip for food. Just pretty much just ruffled chips, I think, and then whatever dip you want. What kind of dip you want? I'm more of a French onion, so I'll probably do French onion for myself. But if you guys like some other dips, go ahead and bring that along too. Like I know the surprise spreads. I know Lewis loves the
dill.
Surprise spread.
Oh, I do like that. I like dill. If I'm going with ruffled chips, I go with dill.
Yeah, if I'm going ruffled chips, you got to give me that herb and spice.
Herb and spice is great. Those are good dips. And so we are gonna have alcohol with all of my movies. So we're just gonna have a simple lager beer. That's all. It's really simple. Have a can. Just start off easy. That's what you start the night out with. Usually is just a can of beer. Easy. Then moving
kids,
what's that? Get fucked up with kids. No, not yet. Anyway, that's for later in the night. We start doing the tequila shots. But the next movie we're going a lot more serious. So this is a movie that is definitely kind of the opposite end of things. It's a Ridley Scott movie. So if you like your Gladiator movies, then you kind of have an idea of what to expect from this movie. It's the Last Duel. It's got Adam Driver. It's got Matt Damon, and it's what's really cool about this movie is it's told from 3 different perspectives. It shows the same part of a story, but you'll see Matt Damon's side of the story, then you see Adam Driver's side of a story, and then you see Matt Damon's wife's side of a story. And you're like, okay, at first you're like, you sympathize with each one individually, and then when you see her side of the story, you're like, oh no, she saw the story the way that it's actually being told, and these guys are kind of very selfish. And then the duels, the fights that happen in this are really gritty and realistic and awesome. They're really good fights, but really great acting, and it's a movie that didn't get a lot of attention, which is really unfortunate because it happened during like COVID times, and it still should have got. I think it should have won some awards. Honestly, it was that good of a movie.
Goatee that really just turned people off from taking it seriously.
It was what?
That goatee Matt Damon had. I think that's what really turned people off.
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it. But if there was any weak part, I would say maybe Ben Affleck's character in it. He kind of just feels out of place. He's I don't know. He feels like Ben Affleck, even though it's like set in like the ancient times. He's like a king or a lord or something, and it doesn't feel right. Like he just kind of feels a little bit out of place for me. But other than that, the whole movie is fantastic, and I would suggest it to both of you guys if you haven't. If you like, obviously Gladiator, I think you would like this movie quite a bit.
I was gonna say Matt Damon's in one of my picks as well.
Oh,
he's in Team America.
Oh yeah, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
You know what? Let's stop the recording. I'm gonna go watch it right now.
Team America or The Last Duel?
The Last Duel.
Okay. And then for what we're gonna be eating, so this one I kind of tried to go with the theme a little bit. I didn't want to go with like full on chicken, so I went with chicken wings. But I went with like a dry rub chicken wing is what I'm thinking. So just more simplistic. You can have dips again if you want to dip it in something, have some sauces. You can do that. And then for drinking. Something I don't even know where I would get this, but mead. I thought mead would be kind of cool. It'd go with the time and the theme. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even had a mead. If I have, I don't really remember what it tastes like.
You never went to the mead store?
No, I haven't been to the mead store. Is there one by your house?
No, it's just it's just in Edmonton.
Not carbonated. Yeah, I don't know. Like carbonated brown beer.
That's what I picture. I think I might have had it. Like it was like a flat beer. But that's number 2. Number 3 for a movie. This is more of a balls to the wall kind of movie. It's again, we're kind of going like more of fun, but it's also it's more adult as well too. It's pretty aggressive. It's Bullet Train. It's got Brad Pitt is the main character. It's also got Aaron Taylor Johnson plus a couple of other characters in there, and it's a fun movie. It reminds me of like Smoking Aces, if you'd ever seen that movie, because it's about a bunch of assassins. Yeah, it's about a bunch of assassins kind of trying to get one target, and he is kind of trying to protect the target basically, and it's a lot of like butting heads, and there's a lot of jokes in the movie, and a lot of them don't land, but then it's so fast paced that it's on to the next thing already, so you already forget about that bad joke, and it's on to like some cool action scene now all of a sudden. It's a really fun movie with really crazy out there characters, so I think that you guys might appreciate it for that reason.
I'm on board. The Bullet Train.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Lewis doesn't seem too excited.
Well, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything aside from what you told me.
On the train. Here we go.
And there's also one character. It's kind of funny because he's obsessed with Thomas the tank engine for some reason. He's like in his 40s, this guy, and he's like always obsessed with the Thomas the tank engine. He's always comparing, be like, that guy would totally be a Henry. Oh, he's a real Percy. That guy's a diesel engine for sure. So what are you talking about?
So like, I'm the Brad Pitt of our group. Who would you guys?
You are?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And who would you be on the Bullet Train?
We said you are the Pitts, not that you are Pitt.
Oh yeah. Your armpit does smell pretty bad.
Thanks.
I can smell you from here. Smelly butter. Right. So what we're gonna be eating with that, because it's kind of a chaotic movie. I thought, what's a chaotic snack that we could have? Just a bunch of stuff thrown onto a plate. Nachos. Just a bunch of nachos. Put your ground beef. You put your salsa. You put your cheeses on there. Another thing that you can dip as well too. You want to have it, dip it in some more salsa. You want to have it in some queso.
Where's the
Some,
guac?
yeah, exactly. I just say queso. Yeah, queso, guacamole. I'm not a huge and I was a guacamole fan. I was gonna say avocado. I can't think of avocado for some reason. I'm not a big avocado guy. They're okay. I feel like they're overrated, but
They're
that's okay.
overrated.
You want it? I'll have it for the people that want it.
Will it be the tricolor? Uh, uh, not nachos, but tortillas.
Tor-
You know, the purple, the green, and the
I
yellow
used
one.
to go with. I'm a fan of the multigrains. I love the multigrain
I love those too.
tortillas.
Yeah.
Those are my go-to all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want something specific, you gotta suggest it beforehand because I won't know.
You can really taste the corn in those multigrain ones.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's got like the right amount of salt on it too. I just love it. And for a drink, I went with margaritas. I thought that would go good with the nachos, margaritas. So you go ahead and have your salt on the rim. I don't know what flavor. I got a Margaritaville. I never use it, but this would be a perfect time for me to break it out and use it. Yeah, have some margaritas.
Or you can make margaritas and lose mouth, right? Where you just tilt them back.
Here's the tequila. Here's the flavoring. Here's some salt.
I've had a margarita at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville in Vegas, and I did not care for it. But you know what? If you can make a better one, I'll try it.
You know, you can get flavored margaritas too, like strawberry margaritas.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I would maybe even daiquiris. You could even do too. You could do something that I prefer the more sweet ones than like the salt. I don't really like the salt around the rim as much as like the sugar ones you can have around the rim. I'm more of a sugar around the rim kind of guy. But yeah, that's number 3. Number 4, I waffled on this one. I almost said basketball, but we already did kind of a Trey Parker, Matt Stone thing, so I don't need to do basketball. Plus, I know Lewis has already seen basketball, so I'm gonna go with Reno 911 Miami, which is it is dumb. It is so dumb, but it's late in the night already. It doesn't matter if you pay attention. We're playing drinking games. We're drinking to all the stuff that's happening in the movie. It doesn't matter if it's a smart movie or not. It's actually better that it's a stupid movie because the characters in this movie are so stupid, but they're funny as hell. And there's so many cameos in this movie too. Like there's Danny DeVito, there's The Rock, there is Patton Oswalt. Yeah, it's fucking Danny DeVito. There's Paul Rudd. There are a bunch of different cameos, and everybody has a fun, stupid role to play. This movie I saw for the first time back when it came out, and yeah, go ahead, Mr. MussKeg.
Is Nick Swartzen in it? Nick
Oh yeah, he's
Swartzen?
in it. Yeah,
Oh,
he's in there
Lewis's
on the roller
character.
skates. Yeah, he's in there.
Lewis's
Yeah,
character.
he's got a
in that movie.
he's got a limo driver named Barry Baum in the movie. If you didn't know that, he's got a limo driver. But yeah, it's like Paul Rudd is like doing his his best impression of Scarface basically. So he has this stupid accent in the movie, but it's so fucking funny. Yeah, it is dumb, but it makes me laugh, and it's a movie that came out of nowhere for me because I didn't really expect it to be that funny when I saw it back in like 2007 or whenever it was, and I laughed my ass off at it.
That's the movie that gets thrown on next time for the late night. Is Reno 911.
Yeah, I think that would be one that we could totally throw on together. And then so for food, I went with pizza. We're here in Fort Saskatchewan, so we're gonna have some Perry's pizza. I know Lewis isn't a big fan of the sauce, so we could get 2 different kinds. We're gonna get the 4 cheese like we always do, and then we might get, I don't know if Lewis wants a donair or maybe like a barbecue chicken or something. We'll cater to both you guys, what you prefer, you know. So that's what we'll get. We'll get some pizza, and then for a drink, I went with some peach whiskey mixed with whatever you want to mix it with. Mix it with some Coke or Pepsi. Yeah, that's and that's my 4 movies and drinks and snacks.
Nice. Well, I say for myself, I took the best of both worlds there. I wanted a movie marathon that you'd both hopefully enjoy what we're watching, so because we're watching it together. But I also tried to tie in my food in relation to the movie. So, starting off the evening right, I want to start off with some high octane energy, which means we're going to be starting off with the movie Baby Driver, an Edgar Wright film, who we like. Well, I like a lot of his stuff, especially the Cornetto trilogy and such. But Baby Driver is a fun action movie. It's got some great music to it, great editing, really good performances. John Hamm gives one of my favorite performances in this movie, and at the same time, one of the themes in the movie is The driver has a bit of a relationship with or starts a relationship with a waitress at a diner. So along the lines of the food that I'm looking at, I wanted some diner foods. And what's more diner than a classic diner burger with some fries, and for a drink, a strawberry milkshake on the side, or whatever flavor of milkshake you'd want. So chocolate, vanilla.
When I
Just
think of a diner, I think of like an apple pie.
I was
That's
gonna
what I
say the
think
same thing. I
of.
think apple
yeah,
pie.
I was
Apple
gonna. You know
pie.
what? Throw an apple pie slice there for
Yeah.
me too. if you
Have
want.
like some vanilla ice cream on there, or maybe even like a butter ripple on there on ice cream sort of thing. That'd
Any
be good.
slice of pie you want, you can get. Slice of pie comes with this
Okay. I feel like
one.
that would have to be for a
Have
diner.
either of you seen Baby Driver?
No,
Yeah,
I haven't.
awesome. Like
Yeah.
you said, the music, like it takes music that I wouldn't normally listen to. Like I kind of think it's like it would be maybe mediocre music, but when you add it into the movie and like how it kind of the beat kind of goes with the movie, it makes it just stand out that much more. It is so well edited and so well just directed. I thought it was great how he did that. And John Bernthal was only in there for a little bit too. I liked his character, but he was only in it for like the first mission that they did, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
I wonder if he
Yeah.
died because he says
No,
in the movie, if you don't see me again, I'm dead, and you don't see him again for the rest of the movie.
Spoiler, John.
I'm just wondering if maybe that's what happened to him. I don't know.
And then keep in mind, I'm gonna kind of follow the pattern that John. I got a serious movie on this, but I want to get it over with early, just because you don't want it really killing the night. But I didn't want to kick off with it. You got to start off with the drive. So it's a movie that I love. If it's on any time, I will watch it. I'll record it and then find out I recorded it earlier, so I'll delete the old recording. But film from 1992, starring Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, and Demi Moore. Oh, thumbs up. In the movie A Few Good Men. It's essentially a courtroom drama. I love courtroom dramas. They do pretty well. That in like a military style, so the idea of military is great. Like who polices the police type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, really well written. Aaron Sorkin did the writing for this movie. And so the dialogue is sharp, it's fast, it's going.
Peg, I want the truth.
Yeah. And so some
You
really
can't
good
handle the truth.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog came down to bother me. But it's really good. So to go with that, the movie's set in like I think it's set in like Washington D.C. So East Coast, you're gonna have some good seafood. It's featured in the movie. So one of the things that we're gonna have some good old fashioned lager beer, some draft beer, and some peanuts just sitting in a bowl munching, and then just well that's what we're gonna do is we're kind of starting the meal and then have also some crab legs with butter to dip it in. I love good seafood. That's the weird one, I know, but good crab legs, I'll take it. And you don't need a lot. You can just have one or two. And that's enough.
I don't normally think of crab as like a snacking food. Like I went like the most basic shit that I can think of.
Oh,
And
I
you're
can eat
thinking like
crab legs and watch a movie.
gourmet, like fucking $100 plates over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the beer and peanuts to go with it. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. What? Okay.
Peanuts and crab legs.
Yeah.
Next, I'm gonna go to another movie that's near and dear to my heart from my childhood. I have a lot of nostalgia for this. But it's the Masters of the Universe movie, He-Man. It's a fun movie. I watched it recently. It's still fun. And
Does
I
he
know
say
both
I
of you
have
guys
the
haven't
power?
seen it. You guys still haven't seen it.
No,
So
I haven't
No,
seen
I
it.
haven't. Does he say I have the power?
he
in the
does.
movie?
He does
does?
at some
Okay,
point.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And cool fun. It was really good. Dolph Lundgren looking hot. Courtney Cox looking young. And for the food in it, there's one of the spots that's featured at the beginning. Courtney Cox is dating a guy, and she works at like a kind of a southern fried chicken barbecue joint. And so from there, we're gonna have just a bucket of spare ribs, essentially, and barbecue sauce, and also some fried chicken. So you know, have ribs and
Nice.
fried chicken, and then to go wash that all down, a nice ice cold Coke. So that's what we're going with on that one.
No alcohol.
Lastly, I'm gonna go with a movie because the point is we're laughing. I love late night comedies. We're gonna go with one comedy that I think is very intelligent, very smart, and makes me laugh the whole time. What We Do in the Shadows, the mockumentary that the TV series was based off of,
Mhm.
with Taika Waititi and I can never remember Rise Darby.
So
Uh,
I have a question. Are the same characters on the show in the movie as well?
I've never seen the TV show, so they might like have a cameo here or there, but they're not the basis of it. Like the main characters in the TV series, I did not see on the show, in the
Okay.
movie.
Okay.
I've seen clips, and I don't know if it's from like the show or the movie, but like Matt Berry. Is Matt Berry in this movie?
That's the TV show. That's
Damn
the
it!
show.
I was gonna say if Matt Berry's in it, you got me. Like I love his voice.
One devious bastard.
He's got a great voice, that guy.
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
that's the TV show that I want to watch. I just never have. But the it's got a real like what are some good mockumentaries?
The Office.
Yeah, it's The Office. Yeah, it's got kind of an Office vibe. Not as heavy. They do have interviews, but it's not as heavy into the interviews.
Or
as much.
these go up to 11. What the hell's the movie?
Spinal
The
Tap. It's
Spinal
more like
Tap.
Spinal Tap. Yeah, Spinal Tap. Yeah.
Trailer
Yeah.
Park
And
Boys.
the thing, like they're
Trailer
so
Park
funny.
Boys,
Like the concept is they're vampires from like different eras, essentially, that all live together as roommates, and so it's like vampires living in modern day society doing their thing. I don't know. It's fun.
I've only seen bits of the show, and I've seen like a trailer for the movie, and I've always been interested in it. But I just don't know where I would watch it. If it's, I don't think it's on Disney Plus like the TV show is. So I would love to actually see
It
that.
was on Netflix for a while, but I don't know if it's still there.
Maybe
The movie, I should say. Sorry. Yeah.
I will definitely watch that one and Masters of the Universe, because those are both two movies that I've had on my radar that I've just never had a chance to actually watch.
And in honor of the movie, the meal we'll have with it is spaghetti bolognese with some good old fashioned wine, which I know you'll hate. So you can have something else to go.
You know what? I'll have a rosé. I'm not against the rosé wine.
You can have some sparkling.
I was gonna say I'll have a sparkling. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But they have a whole like meal at one point where they have spaghetti and such. So
You think
that's
they'd
kind of
have
the time.
blood? You know, they're vampires.
You think, but they're trying to get blood. So, but no, you know, like I said, try to combine. Obviously, mine were a little bit more meal style, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I
those
would
aren't
see all the
snacks.
movies. Maybe John's list first. Lou got a little bit more eclectic with his taste, but to be fair, he was trying to think of ones that both John and I haven't seen, and John's seen everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
True.
tougher to be that way.
True. Like I'd seen half of
Awesome.
your list. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I would. I'd be happy to share any of these meals and movies with you guys, and maybe we'll do so soon.
Yeah, we should absolutely do that.
Sure.
Anyways, where can we find everybody?
You can find me on all sorts of social media at countryboy_9, also countryboy9er, where I unbox a bunch of stuff like this guy right here, Helverine. That's Wolverine as the Ghost Rider. Check out my unboxing soon.
And I'm the LewisLightning, all one word. You can find me on YouTube and sometimes on Twitch.
And I am MussKeg, and you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and PSN as always as MussKeg. Enjoy your
As
movies,
always.
good eats, good foods, and good times.
And now for your
Good
feature
night.
presentation.
And
Nice.
good eats. Yeah. Feature. I should have said it before. Should have been.
Roll credits. Roll credits.
Yeah.
Check, please. Roll credits. Check, please.
And Stinger.
Okay.
Stinger.
Like that
Okay,
nice
we go.
solemn intro.